so for our alumni speaker, I chose a player that I actually coached as a freshman. And when he was a freshman linebacker for us, he made me into a great linebacker coach because he knew exactly what to do as soon as he stepped onto the football field. And that translated over the next 4 years at Shelton High School. Billy Manion graduated from Shelton High School in 2004. His junior year, he was all SEC Housatonic and all Valley. His senior year, he was all SEC Housatonic, all Valley, and all state. Also his senior year, which was the 2003 season, he was a captain and a captain on our state championship team for 2003, playing inside linebacker and an unknown position in Shelton these days, fullback. We don't really have a fullback anymore, Billy, sorry. But he did an amazing job in his 4 years at Shelton, and he continues to serve the community that he grew up in and he loved. He's currently the assistant director for Shelton Parks and Recreation. He is married with 2 beautiful children, and he is really everything a coach hopes a player is going to turn out to be. Now, not everyone, 99.9% of us are not going to make it into the big leagues for anything. But what we can do is win in life, and that's what Billy Manion does every day with how he goes about his life and how he has chosen to live his life. So, Billy Manion.
Thank you, Coach. I appreciate that. I would also appreciate being told this is going to be live streamed. I could have written some notes. I'm a very emotional person. I like to speak from the heart. I've done something like this before, so kind of like to start right there. But this game has been in my family for a very long time. My grandfather played, I believe it was in the 40s, and he actually started in Derby, then moved to Shelton his senior year. He played in the game his senior year. My uncle played in the 80s, and I played in the 2000s. I played 6 years at Pop Warner, 4 years in high school, and 2 years at Springfield College. So look at that, kid from Derby, kid from Shelton, both same guy. I did recreation management instead of the sports management. I was not first in my class. But I can remember every single game I played against Derby. I went 2-4 in Pop Warner. I went 2-1 in high school. We didn't play as freshmen. I don't believe Derby might not have had a freshman team that year. But I lost 5 games in high school. 3 times to West Haven, 1 time to Notre Dame West Haven. And in 2002, we lost to Derby. I will never forget that game. I will never forget that game. E.J. Henderson will never let me forget that game. He was the quarterback for the Derby team, if you guys remember. One other game, the only other game I remember is the state championship game, but you never forget the losses. I watched that Derby 2002 game every day in the offseason. I did not want to forget that feeling. My friends growing up, or you guys, the football team, I had 10 groomsmen. Okay? I had a football team. I had 11 guys, 8 or 10 guys. That was my wedding party. My wife, it drove her crazy. She didn't, and I was like, it's got to be 11. Sorry, it's got to be 11. To this day. Out of those 11, it was 8 guys I grew up playing football with. All right. Growing up, though, I was always told we're not friends with Derby. To say it very, very lightly. All right. I couldn't talk to anyone from Derby. I didn't like anyone from Derby, and I didn't know why. I would just say it's just how we were brought up, through Pop Warner, and it was a rivalry. The night before that 2002 game, it might have been a day or two before, but Coach Manion took us in a room, and he goes, guys, I do not recommend we play this game on Thanksgiving. There was a snowstorm, the field was covered in ice, it was frozen, he told us, you know, I gave this decision to the team a few years ago. We played in a torrential downpour. You know, Shelton was supposed to win that game, ended up being a tie. And instead of listening to probably the greatest high school football coach in this state, we decided to, let's play this game. You know, let's play on a field that, you know, should never have been played on. And we lost to a better team that day. Derby was better than us that day. They were 2-8 going into the game. We were 8-2. We had nothing to lose but the state playoffs, and a very winnable state playoffs that year. I had a decent game. I had something like 18 tackles. I had a touchdown run. I was told that I was penciled into the Silver Turkey. But Adam Manion took that away from me. Adam returned a punt to the 1-yard line. They ran the ball in. A few drives later, E.J. Anderson threw a touchdown pass. And they didn't have a kicker. Derby did not have a kicker in 2002. But Adam Manion told the coach, I'll kick it. And he did. Ball got right over that upright. Derby won 13-12. That team that I had hated my entire life, they took the state playoffs from me. They took it from my brothers. And that was tough. But that clock hadn't hit 0 for more than a few seconds. And someone was holding me. And it was Adam Manion. He gave me like the best hug of my life. And I needed it. I needed it. Like everything was gone inside of me. But that kid from Derby, the one I was supposed to hate, was holding me up. And that meant so much to me. Adam then ran off and celebrated with his team. You know, and I went and didn't eat turkey that day. A few months later, I was recovering from, I think I got separated my shoulder. And I'm at, I think it was OSM in Shelton. And this kid sitting next to me, this short kid. I was able to call someone short for one time in my life. And it was Adam. He was rehabbing an ankle, I was rehabbing a shoulder. We started talking about that game. And a very good friendship came of that. A lot of those guys from Derby became some of my very good friends. We all went to each other's stags, a lot of us were at each other's weddings. I traveled the country with EJ, Jose Rivera, Adam. We played flag football all over this country. And it was great. I can tell you now the game's not going to be played. Like, we're the same people. I don't know why I was convinced that we weren't, but we are. We're all brothers. We're all sisters. It's a great tradition to have. It's tough that it's not being played this year. It really is. I haven't gotten to watch many games because I do officiate now. So I haven't got to see many, but it's a shame it's not played. But like I said, you guys all have a lot to look forward to. Derby, you're not done. You guys are not done with this game. You have a lot of work to do. It's up to you guys to keep it going. Help those youth, help your coaches, do everything you can. This game is special. Shelton, I'm not going to lie that I've been a little proud to say that I was one of the last state champions, or I was the last state champion in this town for football. I'm tired of it, guys. I'm tired of saying I was the last one. Bring it home this year. Thank you.